Thank you, Karen. Good evening. As noted, my name is Jada Reese, and I am humbled and honored to address you tonight. My role tonight is to share the perspective of what it's like to be a fellow. This will include providing the incoming class a sneak preview, while at the same time sharing with friends, family, and corporate leaders what Cohort's experience has been like. Cohorts 1 and 2, please stand and be recognized if you're in the auditorium. I'm certain you enjoyed your experience. Now, tonight's honorees, my colleagues, Cohort 3, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. We truly are the best cohort ever of Initiative Fellows. When I was told I was chosen to represent my class tonight, my mind began to race about what to share and how I would cull down a year of phenomenal experience to a few insights. There's a saying I'll paraphrase that what you put in, you get out. And this cohort gave it all. From Adrian to Zundra, our A to Z. We laughed, we shared, we cried, we pondered, we learned, we questioned, we gently debated, and yes, we grew a lot as leaders. And without fail, after every session, we thanked Val and Roz for this program. I trust when I conclude, you will have a better understanding of what it felt like for us to be Cohort 3 Fellows. Let me start by expressing Cohort 3's collective gratitude to our companies who sponsored us. Our company saw this unique opportunity and chose us for this leadership experience. I want to say a special thank you to my company, Express Scripts. This was our first year participating, and I, along with Robin Johnson and Terry Morris, were selected as Express Scripts' inaugural class. I'm an alum of Inroads, of Leadership St. Louis, Curro, University of Missouri-Rolla, Washington University's Executive MBA program, all of which have refined and made me the insightful, confident, and compassionate person I am today. However, I must say, the Initiative Fellows Program is among the best leadership experience I have ever had, and in the nation. You might ask yourself, how is that? What makes this relatively new hidden gem competitive with these reputable, long-standing institutions and organizations? A combination of things: the fellows, the company leadership participation, the facilitators, and last but not least, simply Val and Roz. Thank you. This cohort itself made the program great. We were brutally honest, selfless in our willingness to share and give of ourselves on behalf of the cohort. We quickly trusted and opened ourselves up to truly experience the learnings. We showed tremendous respect and honesty. This cohort gave 200% every month, every session, resulting in an interaction that was so rich. I thank each of you, Cohort 3, for being the secret ingredient to our collective experience. What was it like to be a fellow? I won't go through every session, although it's tempting. But I want to share a few highlights to help you understand. In addition to the participation of the fellows, our managers' participation proved key. We shared 3 experiences with our managers, starting at Enterprise Rent-A-Car in September. That first day, I knew this was not a bashful group. The March session at Washington University enabled us to explore leadership and diversity in the workplace. This was most enlightening, again, because our managers participated, and they helped make the conversation rich on diversity and leadership in corporate America. Our last session with our managers is the one I really like to highlight. It was an incredibly rich experience that helped us see an organization through the lenses of an executive leader, a middle manager, and the worker bees. As managers and VPs of this incoming class of Cohort 4, I tell you, you must mark your calendars to attend this simulation next year. It will leave a lasting impression about literally walking in another's shoes. The other sessions covered a barrage of things too many to list. I want to focus just for a second on November. This is a session we went alone, just the cohorts. And it was 3 days. And it was a lifelong reversal of what we had come to believe about IQ and success. Our minds were like rubber bands. They stretched and never returned to their smaller state. Day one was spent mostly hearing this counter theory, and we wrestled to accept that IQ was not completely genetic. The next couple of days were so lively, we didn't want the session to close. We competed, we challenged, we even cried. And when we left that day, we knew individually and collectively we would never be the same. The power of desire or passion combined with a support system is our new recipe for success. That session made a fellow analogous to being champion of the world. All things were possible. Being a fellow this year was indeed full of learning and wonderment. One by one, you could see the wheels turning, the dots connecting, the aha moments. And this cohort was not quiet about those moments of enlightenment. Through this experience, we took it upon ourselves to embrace Val's call for community service. We are helping an alternative high school for troubled youth. We're building houses for the homeless. And we have volunteered at Girls, Inc., a local organization for at-risk girls. The passion and enthusiasm of our learning has resulted in our paying it forward for the benefit of our community at large. From day one, we bounded. We found lifelong friends. Thank you. Lifelong cheerleaders and accountability partners. Our network is forever enriched. We know one day we have amongst us CEOs, CIOs, VPs, deans of business schools, and entrepreneurs. What was it like to be a fellow? Every session was impactful. But I would be remiss to close this topic of what it's like to be a fellow without sharing how we collectively feel about two special women. Words cannot express our appreciation for the executive director of the St. Louis Business Diversity Initiative and the project manager extraordinaire, none other than Miss Valerie Patton and Miss Rosalind Reese. In closing, I would like to say and share with this audience that you too, Rosalind and Valerie, are two of the most exceptional humans on the planet. Not only have you executed the most impactful mid-career experience ever, your method of delivery has been one of care, great strategy, and meticulous attention to detail. Your facilitators came from all over the country, men, women, black, white, all phenomenal. You covered every birthday, every promotion, every accomplishment, any reason to celebrate, you covered. You made sure we were recognized and celebrated. We gathered once a month, and we started every session in celebration of Cohort 3. To Cohorts 1, 2, and 3, we are forever connected because of the work of these two fabulous women. From all of us, thank you, Val, thank you, Roz, for setting the stage for us to focus on the importance of self-development and growth. So, What is it like to be a fellow? Thanks to Valerie and Rosalind, it was like being at the center of the universe. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Jada. I do agree, but class